Welcome back to Barbershop Talking Random-ish. I am your master barber, Rick Kane. We are joined by my brothers, Mr. Scalp himself, and chair number one.
Yeah.
We got Boomerside in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got Slim Fit the Sensitive in the building.
Why I can't be Nick, man?
Oh, you stopped being Nick a long time when you sent that text about
right.
getting a Slims. You trying to get a Slim, trying to get a Slim suit. You quit being Nick.
That's where that came from. I must not have been on that. I must not have been in that group chat.
I think we were
I must have been in that group chat.
You probably 10 years younger.
Yeah, man.
He trying to get the young boy suit.
Yeah, he trying to get a young boy suit.
With the heel at his calves.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't that tight.
Oh,
No, sir. No, sir. We also got the legend in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And tonight is another special showing, man. We got our mentor, one of the greatest, smartest fellas that ever touched the Classic City. The first black drum major in the history of the University of Georgia. Mr. Harold Wright is in the building. And this has been such an honor because, like I say, we've been knowing him since we were probably 16 years old. But tonight we're really getting to know him a little bit better. We finding out what he had to go through to become the first black drum major at the University of Georgia. But before we get back to him, I need y'all to donate to this program. Because with the expected upcoming budget cuts, please consider supporting. Let me see. Hold up here. We got a door. I don't know, but when you close it,
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open
Pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Pressure.
But sorry. Please consider supporting ACC High School Completion Initiative by donating through PayPal. When you do so, please include educationmatter@gmail.com. You can also donate with your Kroger Plus card. All you have to do is log into your Kroger Plus card account, search ACC High School Completion Initiative to donate. And every time you swipe your card, a small percentage will come out and go. You won't even see it. Me and Tanya made sure we got ours done this past week. And so please help donate and talking random-ish to these sponsors. We're going to talk more and more about it as it comes, but we need sponsorship to keep this thing rolling, for merchandise, to pay for programs. If you're definitely interested in being a sponsor for Talking Random-ish, holler at your folks. We easily found, and we accept all forms of income. But we now back to what we do. Before we left, we was talking to Mr. Harold Wright, Harold, as he likes to go by now, Harold. So Hal, I did. I went right back to Harold. I'm sorry. Hey man, that's my man. That's my guy. When you first got the call that you were the drum major, first of all, how did you feel?
Man, I was over the moon. I ran up a $96 long distance bill calling people. Telling $96.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That was $96.
Well, that's a lot of money back
Yes,
then.
sir.
That was a lot of money back then.
Yes, sir.
And I remember the figure. It was $96 because my grandmother was like, "What? Who the hell were you calling?" And I said, "I called everybody I knew."
Yes, sir.
And let them know that that I had a successful audition. But then that Monday after the audition, I had to come back down to earth because then I walked into the School of Music and I saw opposition to my selection to be a finalist. And you know, and
hold up. When you say you saw, what do you mean? What do you mean? What did you see?
Let's just say that you know, sometimes you can, you know, people can, you know, leave you nasty grams. You know, well, today it would be a nasty post.
Yes.
But
They still do it.
you know, there were posters up that, you know, that said certain things like "we don't want you," you know.
Yes.
And that was just that was
Surreal.
Disheartening.
that was a disheartening moment. And I was like, wow, I did so well and they don't want me. And when you think in those terms, you know, I called home that afternoon and I said, look, I said, after this, I said, I'm going to withdraw from the competition. I've never been a quitter. Never will be a quitter. Ever, ever, never, ever. But at that one time in my life, I just wanted to quit.
Yeah.
I understand that.
So what stopped
My grandmama said, you gonna stay your ass there and you gonna see this through. And if it don't work out, we got a lawyer that'll be coming up there too.
you? Yes, sir.
I like that grandma.
Hey, grandma.
I like that.
Grandma wasn't no joke.
Yes, sir. Grandma wasn't hearing that, huh?
Yeah, she wasn't hearing that. She said, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is where, she said, you done got turned down everywhere else. These, you know, where else can you go? You can't go to FAM. You can't go to Ohio State. And those are the only two other places that you wanted to go. So where you gonna go? I said, Georgia State. And then she said, they ain't got no band.
They ain't no team back then.
Yeah, they ain't have a
They
team
no
back
football
then. You know, so my grandmother had a way of putting things that it made you sit back, think, and say, okay, I'm gonna see this through. So I saw it through.
So your first band practice, when they announced you as, when they came in to announce our new drum major is Harold Wright. What was that like, walking into that and looking into their faces?
Well, you know, you call the band to attention, they're supposed to focus and, you know,
Yeah.
stand. Well, you know, you're a military guy. You
Yes,
know
sir.
what attention means.
Yes, sir.
Tin hut,
Yes, sir.
whatever. I called them the tin hut, and
And they moved.
ain't nobody did nothing.
Wow. Wow.
The ultimate disrespect.
Yes, sir. Whoa.
The ultimate disrespect.
Mm.
So those that were at attention, I said, the rest of you people don't even exist. I carried on with my rehearsal.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
I carried on with my rehearsal.
Okay.
So either you gonna do,
You gonna fall in,
yeah, or you gonna fall
or
out.
you gonna fall out?
You know, so I carried on with rehearsal, and so you know, you looking stupid, or they were looking stupid for not being where they were supposed to be and doing what they were supposed to do. So you know, so we stopped that run through, started again. A few more joined in, and a few more. So maybe about the fifth run through, everybody got the picture that you know.
I ain't going nowhere.
I was unfazed.
Yep.
Okay.
You know,
GPS signal lost.
whatever that said. What does the secret commercial say? Never let them see you sweat.
Yes, sir.
You know, I was up there sweating bullets.
Yes, sir.
'Cause I was like, well,
Right.
damn.
So you beat me to the next question. So my thing is like you, especially back then, you already know the climate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you walked out there, you probably kind of expected it to be something.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, asking the question is like, so how'd that make you feel? Like, okay, I know I'm not gonna get the response that I need to get from these people, right? And you know you're not gonna get it.
Exactly.
Not in 1981. We just pretty much out of civil rights, right?
Mm-hmm.
By what, 15 years, maybe?
20 years.
Right, 20 years, right? So you already know they still got that old stigma about certain things. So, so I guess my question is like, so when you walked out, did you, for you, what were your thought process when you walked out there, and what did you expect?
Tell you the truth, I didn't know what to expect. But I said, whatever happens, I'm not gonna let them see me sweat. You know, I said, you know, I'm gonna make this thing do what it do.
Put that secret on.
You know, so right. I knew that they had something planned.
Right.
You know, because in fact, the day of my selection, once they posted the final results. Let's go back to 2 days after the G-Day game.
Okay.
Now, never in the history of the band did they not have the celebration party after the game. The band actually voted in the stands.
Oh.
They didn't retire to the band room. We didn't even march out of the stadium. They just dismissed us and everybody just disbanded. Okay? So there was no need to go back to the band room, just go where you go. All right? And so there was no celebration because that's the day that they named the band captain, the major. They name all the band officers, everybody that's going to be in their positions for next year are named on that particular day. Well, they canceled that, and, you know, because they didn't know what to expect.
Right.
You know, they didn't know what to expect. And they posted it that Monday in the window at the band room. And I got a call that morning, don't go to class. Imagine that.
Right.
Don't go to class. Just stay at your room and chill. You know, if you have an exam that you're going to miss today, we'll make sure that you're excused from it. But pretty much don't leave your room.
Right.
You know, and this is just a 400-piece marching band. You know, what did they expect? Did I need Secret Service for protection or something? But they said, don't leave your room.
But your story. You're
So-
the first black drum major there. You know what I'm saying? So
Before that, when y'all leave, when everybody is told to go after the G-Day game, your walk back, were you alone? And if you were alone, or whether you were alone or not, what was your thought process then? Because normally you know how it goes. Everybody is, but that's not happening now. They dismissed everybody. So now you walking back with your thoughts. What are your thoughts?
Well, in all actuality, I didn't know what to expect because that was my first G-Day game.
Okay.
Yeah. So all I know is that there was no party.
Right.
And there was always a party after everything we did, and a couple barrels full of Pabst Blue Ribbon miniatures.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, that was the beer of choice back then.
Yes, sir.
You know, that was but there was no beer. There was no party. There was no food, no barbecue, no nothing. Y'all just go your separate ways. Mark your ballot. And and I saw a lot of people just crumpling their ballots and throwing them in the trash or whatever. So I'm just like, well, I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't concern myself with that. I just marked my ballot, went on about my business.
Okay.
I said, I can't worry about something that's out of my control. I'll just let it be what it is. But later that day, I did leave my room. And I came into Stegman Hall. I went upstairs about the time that I knew that they were going to be posting the results. The thing was, I already knew that I was drum major by then. because Frank Foles called me. He was the graduate assistant, and and he was a real good guy. He said, "Look," he said, "I'm not supposed to tell you, but I just want to congratulate you on your achievement, man. I want to be the first one to say you're the best ever." And I said, "Well, I haven't done anything." He said, "Trust me, you're the best ever." And so I just kind of let that sink in. So I knew what time they were going to be posting the results. So I came down and I stood up about 2-3 floors, looking out of a window. And there was a crew of people there waiting for the posting. And when it was posted, I think they pulled up the little hedges. They turned over the trash cans. I mean, it was pandemonium. I didn't vote for him. Did you vote for him? No, I didn't vote for him. Well, how the hell did he get it? Oh well. Oh well. Like I said, what God has for you, nobody can keep from you. So, because you didn't vote, didn't mean that God didn't have a vote.
Absolutely.
In the election.
You brought up your grandmother about the wisdom that she gave you and told you not to quit. Were there times where you was there and you was going through all the stuff that you had to go through, where you thought about, because nowadays, like this generation and plus mine, we're like, we went through that. If we would have did this, we would have did that. And it goes always back to your grandmother's days or, your great grandmother's days. Did you reflect at that time about, especially when civil rights was what, 10, 15, 20 years old?
Yeah.
Did you reflect when you was in college about, what your grandparents went to or your great parents went to and the differences that you had to make just to get to where you was?
Well, I think that had I not grown up I was young during the civil rights era, but, being that I was from a less progressive town, I still remember the whites on the water fountains, the colored bathrooms, all of this stuff. I still remember those things.
Okay.
So, that kind of gave me a little motivation in that I knew that, and my grandmother and my grandfather both, would tell me, if you're the first to do anything in our race, it's going to be hard. And if you quit, they win. So, it's your choice to quit. But then again, we ain't going to let you quit. Now, you going out there. You going out there and you show them who you are and you do your thing.
Right.
And from that point on, I called it just doing my thing. Because they say, you do your thing, and they're going to come to you like, flies come to honey, And lo and behold, that was a prophetic word from my grandma. Well, that's the wisdom. They know. They've been there, seen it, done it. And they said, you won't quit because we ain't going to let you. So I hope that kind of sheds light on that, but they wasn't having that.
Okay.
Opening day. First game. Your first big stage. You got the full uniform on. It's game time, baby.
Oh yeah, it's showtime.
It's showtime.
If I'm not mistaken, that was the first night game too, because they've never had a night game.
No, that was the next year.
That was okay.
That was the next year.
Okay.
Now that's
83.
Yeah, 83.
Okay.
83.
Okay.
Yeah, 83. But the 82 game, that was when Kevin Butler kicked the field goal, and they said the Butler did it because we went undefeated that season.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Lost to Penn
Lost to
State.
Penn State.
We lost to
Yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah, lost to Penn State.
Yeah, we lost to Penn State.
Yeah.
And one interesting thing is, I controlled the temperature of the stadium. Now, how do you do that? I control frenzy, or if I wanted everybody quiet in the stadium, you could hear a pin drop in that place if I wanted it to be that way. That was the kind of control that I ended up having. I could just go shh, and the place would just get quiet. Well, as quiet as a big place like that could get.
Yeah.
And I could bring the place into a frenzy, and Coach Dooley saw that as well. And so anytime we had a big game, he'd be like, I want Harold on the, I want him cheering the band on at this particular point in time in fourth quarter. Now this game don't count, so y'all can let whoever do whatever. But we're at Clemson. I need him in the fourth quarter. In fact, I need him in the second half. So just sit him down in the second half. He won't start today. He'll just come.
So when you first walked out there your first time as the drum major of the University of Georgia, what was it? Chest? Was it swole?
Man,
Stepped high?
Man, I was so swole. Hell, if it was raining,
Yes, sir.
I'd have drowned.
Yes, sir.
Cause my head was back,
Yes, sir.
Can't tell me nothing.
Yes, sir. What was it like going to opposing stadiums? What was that experience like?
Well, one thing, I won't say, you don't mess with the band. We went to Clemson that following year. And, when you go to those games, people are intoxicated and they don't want to abide by rules or whatever. But once the first person in that lineup, once he passes through or passes by, we don't break rank. We don't stop. We don't let anybody cross. If you're having a heart attack and they need to bring a stretcher through, you're going to have to wait until the band goes by.
Wow.
Because you do not break our rank.
Right. Yep.
Well, this intoxicated guy at Clemson got in my face because I wouldn't let him and his wife cross. And lo and behold, there were 30 guys surrounding him saying, "What up? What up?" And that was a bonding moment because Clemson was always the first or the second game. And that was a watershed moment for me and some of the people that I had issues with.
Okay.
Drumline, one band, one sound.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One band, no man down. Okay. Those same guys that, weren't too happy about my selection, they came in, they were like, "Oh no. This is John John." Y'all know John John.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let me just say this. Jonathan Meadows
Yes.
is the first honorary member of the University of Georgia band.
Wow.
Now, he gonna be mad at me because I said that. But
You'll get over it.
he was the first honorary member of the University of Georgia band. I inducted him as an honorary member because he saved our season. That was Michael Jackson, Beat It, and the Thriller album.
Yes.
I had a dance coach that worked with me all summer to teach me how to moonwalk and to teach me how to do the Michael Jackson dances.
Yes, sir.
And now, what you don't know about me, I used to be a tap dancer and I used to do jazz dance or whatever, I was, there were things that I knew how to do because at some point in time I was looking at being an entertainer, and but I could not learn how to moonwalk. And I what is it, Georgia Square Mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out at Georgia Square Mall because I used to get invited to make guest appearances here, there, and yonder. And I but I judged the talent show. And there was this little 6-year-old guy moonwalking, and,
Yes, sir.
doing all this other stuff. And I was like, bingo, that's who's gonna moonwalk at the game. And so I brought him in, and he moonwalked from the 30-yard line. And nobody was even paying attention. Like I said, that was a rough season.
Yes.
But then they saw this little kid just out there. You could
Barely see you.
barely see him.
Yeah.
But he got hands up with his white gloves on, and he moonwalking from the 30-yard line down to the 50-yard line, where he got on a little white platform and turned it slap out.
Yes, sir.
I mean, when I say turned it slap out, he turned it slap out. We took that show everywhere. We took it to Disney World.
Yes, sir.
And as a result, he brought in a lot of money too.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So so that was just a good thing.
Absolutely.
That was just a good thing. So at the end of the year, we inducted him at the Winter Music Conference. I came out, gave him his little plaque, put him on my shoulder as usual, and the number one sign
Yes,
and
sir.
the thumbs up sign.
Right.
But he's the first black honorary member, or the first honorary member, period. So just
Yes, what's up?
yeah. What's up, man?
What's done? Yes, sir. Wow. So what you doing now, huh?
I am retired from church music ministry, and I've been in music ministry or in some type of church music since I was 8 or 9, and so now it's just time, because that's something I've done for over 50 years, and it's a matter of fact. I hadn't talked with Mark Perry, who was the other guy that wore that uniform. We only wore that uniform 1 year.
Okay.
And lo and behold, we were both ministers of music, and we came out of music ministry about the same time. He was like, "Wow, man, that's amazing that we were, had chosen the same career." But that was on down the line for me. He'd been doing it for maybe 40 years. I did it for maybe 23, 24 years.
So let me ask you this then. So what made you get into mentoring? How did that come about?
Some things just happen.
Right.
I wasn't out there trying to save any lives or do anything else. You Negroes found me. I was too busy trying to be cool.
So were we.
Yes, sir.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you. I wasn't trying to save anybody, but then y'all kind of came to me, and I was just like, how
Yeah.
some things are just meant to be.
Yeah.
And that was definitely, I think probably at that time I needed you, and you needed me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I never forget. I mean, the books you got me to read. You put the conspiracy.
Oh, I had a plethora
Yeah,
of books that
I
I was, because I was in my phase of exploring my blackness. And, and sharing that with the world.
Yes, sir. I think that's when I got my first copy of the autobiography of Malcolm X. Just all that. I mean, what you did, like I say, what you did for me, you introduced me to Farrakhan. I never forget that. Listening to him, and you took me to my. Remember my first year at Southern? I called you, say,
Yeah.
hell, I don't think I'm gonna be an alpha. And I went down here and seen these Kappas. They on the beach spinning this cane, and they got all the guns. You said, hold on. Called me back. It was an alpha convention down in Savannah. It's in Savannah. Hey man, why don't you come on down here and check this out? And that was one of the most, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, you and all your brothers got me, and I brought my boy Marvin down with me. And man.
So you actually got out of the bed?
Bruh. Hey man. Yeah.
That's all I know.
We ain't get drunk. We ain't get drunk till we got there.
Yeah.
we get drunk till we got there.
And there was definitely plenty of
Yes,
drinks
sir.
down there.
Yes, sir. Man, I ain't never seen so many alphas in all my life.
Right.
And it was funny because the alphas at my school, because I was at Georgia Southern, they didn't like me. So for them to see me down there, it became a big thing. But man, we had a ball. We had a ball.
Savannah.
It was in Savannah. Yes, sir.
Don't talk too much.
Hey.
Close your eyes and remember.
Hey.
Close your eyes and remember. But speaking on that though, you allowed me to explore my writing. Cause that's when I was really trying to figure out what my talent was.
Right.
You know, I always say, being surrounded by these cats here, I was gonna never be the coolest cat, but I had to figure out what I was gonna do. And Hal, being the minister of music, I did all the programs.
GPS signal lost.
So I did his Christmas program. I wrote all his Christmas plays, everything.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Everything was custom made.
Custom made. Custom made. We set it out. 2 months worth of practice, direct, the whole nine. Hey, and it was, this was written by Larry, and get all the credit. And to be that young and have someone have that much faith in you just meant the world to me. Because I was, like I said, high school for me, I love my boys, but high school for me ain't as great. I don't have great memories from high school. I have great moments with the people in this room. But if I take them 4 years out of my mind, it don't bother me. So yeah, high school don't mean nothing to me. Only thing high school mean to me is I had the opportunity to meet some lifelong friends and a few mentors that I did meet. But my experiences from high school was not pleasant for me. So to have you come along and instill that confidence, and it's okay to be cool and smart. Cause I always thought you had to be one or the other.
Right.
You can't be both. You gotta be one or the other. And I definitely wasn't trending toward the cool part. So I was like, it just did wonders for me. So like I said, I'm gonna make sure you get your flowers while you get to receive them.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir. Hell, you left Athens right after we graduated.
yeah.
Yeah.
We drove down to Jacksonville.
You drove my rabbit.
Me and you drove down to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I got snowed in.
Yeah, you got snowed in.
I got trapped in Albany because I caught the Greyhound back after I dropped you off.
Wow.
Yep.
But what remember us driving? It was the first Georgia Southern game, but it was playing FAMU.
Oh,
and they were supposed to bring the band.
And then
They didn't bring the band because it stormed.
Because it's storm.
Yeah, and we jumped on 78. Hal driving the Hummer all down 78. yeah. And, but because I remember stopping in Jacksonville
During
coming from
9/11.
Daytona. No, I remember Daytona.
Oh, wow.
The Daytona.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, watch yourself.
Yeah.
We'll talk Daytona on that. We'll talk Daytona on that.
Stopping through there. And I never forget Hal. I called Hal one time to tell him I was going to the military. He was mad with me. And he was like, why didn't you call me before you made this decision? It was one of them decisions that I had to make at that time. But it was good to know that no matter what, you still had my back. And I mean, just through the years, just knowing that, and just whenever I call, you pick up, we gonna talk what you gonna talk. Yeah, I remember when you had your baby girl, and how excited. And you was an old man, now you want to have a child. Yeah. And it was just beautiful just listening to your stories and watching her grow and become the young lady that she is now. And your mother, how was mama?
Well, Mom is a young 85-year-old girl, gal. You know, she's as energetic as ever. You know, and looking good as ever.
Hey,
All right.
And she lets you know that she was a Savannah State majorette and she could still kick her leg up. You know, so band is in me.
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, my mom was a majorette at Savannah State way back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, and my baby girls just recently got married.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Salute.
Yeah, you know, she slipped off and got married in St. Augustine, Florida, and then they went swimming right afterwards. So they got married in bikinis and bathing suits, I guess.
Wow.
You know, some stuff I would do.
Yeah.
You know.
Like father, like daughter.
Yep, like father, like daughter. And, you know, she married Ensign Lee Teamer.
Okay.
And so he's an engineer in the Navy. And so they'll be joining up soon. You know, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I really am happy for her, you know. And you know, I always said, baby girl, why'd you pick him? She said, well, Dad, you know, you kind of gave me a checklist. And she said, now there's love in this checklist. You left that off the list. but I understood that there had to be love as well. But she said, you know, he had to be respectful. And, you know, she went on down and she said, and this guy checked every box. And I said, but he's a goofball. Sorry about that, Stefan. I know you're listening. And I said, he is so goofy. And she said, well, you know, I can only imagine that your ass was goofy too back in the day. So, you know, with that being said, I said, okay, you win, you win.
Yeah.
But I, you know, I think they make a great couple, and they're gonna do well together. They're gonna do great things. Most definitely.
That's what's up. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Hal, this has been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, this is wonderful, man.
This has been an absolute pleasure for me, for us, just to talk to our guy, our mentor. And I went to Google. I Googled you.
Oh no.
No, but it says, what is being said about Wright? Some say Wright was awesome and amazing to watch on the field. Others say they had the privilege of seeing you perform. Yeah. That's some of the things that has been said about you. And what I'm gonna say is thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you too, protege.
Hey, I am blessed to have a man like you in my corner.
Yes, sir.
I'm blessed that you felt like Lambda Psi
Side.
and Mo Psi.
Yes.
I'm glad that you felt that we needed you, because we did.
Yes, sir.
We did. We needed a big brother. And we so thankful that you became our big brother. And the relationship that not only me but my brothers have with you, man, and it's been an honor to have you, to know you, to get to know you, and definitely it's an honor for you to be in the barbershop tonight.
Yes, sir.
So I thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thank you. I thank you. So we're gonna get ready to close this thing out. Larry, you got anything for us this night?
Yeah, I got one of more things tonight.
Okay, what's up? What, get into it, my brother? Hold up. Found my. I got it.
You ought to know it by heart.
Man. And I'm trying to say it every day. I promise y'all I'm trying.
I know it.
I ought to know it by heart.
I know he did at home.
But I don't.
He don't practice it at home.
I know he did.
But I don't know about heart, man. And I can't hear reading it. So this is crazy. But this game called life is a series of moments. The past is just that, the past. Learn from it and be thankful for it. The future, prepare for it, it's coming. Let's get to the next one. The present, it is a gift. Enjoy the journey, take pictures, but most importantly, thank God. It's time to clean the flows, clean the clippers, sweep the flows. And when Larry get through with this poem, Lise, since you over there got the nod off going on, we're gonna let you clean the bathroom.
Boom aside.
Boom aside.
I, who be free. Given time to make my plan, I incur the whereabouts of the man. For my mission is to fly, and if need be, then to die. So I ask why, do we as a whole hold each other down? Making other races laugh like we some kind of circus clowns. Frowns on our face, it is such a disgrace. I try to plead our case, but I feel like it's almost too late. We're lost out to sea, like a captain without his first mate. Wait if you choose, but even then you still will lose. Forced to sing the blues like B.B. King. Angels out here sing, but for what? My soul has been cut, stuck like a piece of meat. While others take their seat, I stand. Like the man that I am, I may cry, and they wonder why. But it is I who knows when and where the truth goes. You see, it flows like the river Nile, going on mile by precious mile. And all the while, all we do is smile, perpetrating like that ain't our style. But can't you see? Without you, there is no me. Without today, no eternity. No more roots from the family tree. You can cry all you want, but they can't hear your plea. Or what would you give to be like me? I, who be free.
Wow, what's up?
Hey y'all, the shop is closed.